Sports brings you the game of the week. Tonight features the La Plata Warriors versus the Thomas Stone Cougars. All games of the week are sponsored by Charles County Computers and Prime Sirloin.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome to Jodes Communications coverage of county football. I'm Matt Volland, along with Roy Yanish. We're at La Plata High School tonight, where the La Plata Warriors look to rebound from last week's shutout loss at Westlake. They host the Thomas Stone Cougars tonight. And Roy, since we saw Thomas Stone, they were shut out as they hosted the Lackey Chargers, 30-0. Since then, Thomas Stone's on a tear. They're averaging 35 points a game, and they're right back in the SMAC title chase.
And not only the SMAC title chase, but also the Class 3A playoff picture. Right now, they're second in the Region South. Westlake is third. Chopticon is fourth. So this has implications both SMAC title-wise and also playoff-wise.
You saw out there at midfield the captains for both teams for the coin toss were just about set to get underway. The La Plata Warriors, meanwhile, had 2 one-point losses before we had them last week. That shutout at Westlake. Westlake's such a tough team, though, it's hard to gauge where La Plata is right now. How do you see the Warriors this year?
Well, the Warriors are going to have one major change today, as you see Coach Joe Williams talking to his players there. They're going to start their second-team offensive line just to try to change things up. They want to get better interior blocking. So the coaches said to me, at least for the first half, we're going to try some new kids along the line. So that's a key thing to look for.
The La Plata Warriors looking to turn their season around, shaking things up tonight. They're 1-4 on the season. They host the 4-1 Thomas Stone Cougars. So tonight's TV 15 game of the week.
Under direction of Mr. Tim.
So La Plata trying to rebound, Thomas Stone trying to remain firecracker hot.
John Burns, number 88, set to kick off for the La Plata Warriors. 48 minutes of county football ahead of us as La Plata hosts Thomas Stone. The kick by Burns, and we're underway. Fielded by Fitzpatrick at the 15-yard line, straight up the middle of the field, spins out of one tackle, and now ridden down close to the 30-yard line.
Nick Finn will be the starting quarterback for Thomas Stone as they take the field offensively. You'll see some dust on the field. That's not a cloud.
Well, it is a cloud of dust. Yes, we have the Dust Bowl out here tonight.
Number 9 for La Plata, one of the starting defensive backs, Javon Ransom.
They're the Thomas Stone offense breaking the huddle. Their quarterback, number 7, Nick Finn. In the backfield, number 20, Danny Bonney. One of the backs as Stone starts out with split backs and some movement on the offensive line.
Thomas Stone will incur the first penalty from referee Dave Sabot. Looked like the left side of the line jumped too soon.
That's one of the things that has plagued the Thomas Stone Cougars this season, along with turnovers. It's been penalties.
Let's look at that La Plata interior line here defensively very quickly. Number 61, Derek Coffrin, is a starting lineman. Number 43, Dennis Williamson, is an outside linebacker. Ricky Broussard, 25, an inside linebacker.
Fitzpatrick, the wide out to the near side. Again, split backs behind Finn. Finn fakes the handoff, takes it himself. They run the option, the pitch, and it's a gain of about 4 on first down.
And that's the play that Thomas Stone thought they could run against La Plata. La Plata last week, Matt, to be honest, loaded the line with 9 players on the line of scrimmage to stop Joe Austin's options. They did a relatively decent job. What they did is give up over 200 yards passing to Darrell Whitmer.
That was a first down and 15, a gain of 6 on first down, so now second down and 9. Out of the I formation now come the Cougars. Finn with the handoff, the run straight up the middle on second down, a good gain. That's Danny Bonney, Thomas Stone's leading rusher on the season.
Let's try to set some of the offensive linemen for Thomas Stone. Number 79 is Mike Fox, a junior. Matt Smith, number 70, is usually on that front. Earl Siders, number 73. The tight end, 42, is Mike Farland, a sophomore.
Marcus Whalen, the up back out of the I formation. The handoff to Whalen, and he is shut down immediately by the La Plata defense.
Derek Coffrin, 61, and La Plata comes up with a big stop on their first defensive series, bringing up a 4th down.
It's very important for the Warriors to get off to a good start on the season. They have been outscored 38-6 in the first quarter.
Nick Finn will be the Thomas Stone punter.
The officials calling a timeout here. It's 4th down and about 4 yards to go for Thomas Stone.
Deep for La Plata will be number 2, Marcus Proctor. That's the official talking to La Plata head coach Joe Williams. Number 9, Javon Ransom, will be the other deep man on the punt returns. And we always like to keep an eye on the Thomas Stone punter, Nick Finn, because often he'll take off and run or pass.
You get a good look at Nick Finn, and he gets off a good punt. Taken by Javon Ransom. He's out to the La Plata 41-yard line, where the Warriors will start their first possession.
Nice tackle on special teams by Thomas Stone's number 20, Danny Bonney. And Matt, we both said when La Plata played Westlake last week, there were too many offensive series where they went 3 and out, and their defense was on the field entirely too much. And Coach Joe Williams would like to get something started to keep the ball away from Thomas Stone and to rest his defense. Javon Ransom will start at quarterback. That's a little surprise.
Ricky Broussard in motion to the near side. Ransom's going to take it. And Ransom has a La Plata 1st down. So a new wrinkle for the Warriors. It pays big dividends on the first play of the game.
Nice stop there by 28 Mitchell Lewis, but Javon Ransom, an option quarterback, picks up the first down of the ball game.
David Coleman, the normal quarterback for the La Plata Warriors, number 7, but it's Javon Ransom, number 9, up under center as we get started.
But one of the tight ends for La Plata will be number 84, Timon Barnes. We were told by his parents his name is Timon, not Timon. So Timon Barnes.
On 1st down and 10, a run straight up the middle. Raheem Archer gets the carry.
Raheem Archer, number 12 for La Plata, is their feature back. He's a 195-pound sophomore, very strong, got decent speed, and very productive on 1st down.
Sean Trapani, number 5, the sophomore wide receiver, bringing the play in from the sidelines. He'll come out wide to the near side.
La Plata going with a power eye with 1 wide out, 2 tights.
2nd down and 5 for the Warriors inside Thomas Stone territory at their 41-yard line. Again, Archer with the carry, breaks some tackles, and it's off to the races.
Gone.
Danny Bonney chases him for Thomas Stone, and it's a touchdown, La Plata Warriors.
41 yards for Archer, and we talked about his speed just a second ago, and that's the kind of start La Plata High School needed. Raheem Archer.
Archer's 4th touchdown on the season. 3 of them have been from long distance, including this one. He had touchdown runs of 43 and 49 yards before tonight.
John Burns will be the La Plata kicker, and we've seen so many teams, Westlake, Lackey, Thomas Stone, nobody kicks extra points anymore. But looks like La Plata will try with John Burns. Big start for La Plata.
And the La Plata Warriors have broken their dry spell here in the first quarter. Their 2nd touchdown of the season in the first quarter. 9 minutes, 22 seconds left to go here in the opening period. It's La Plata 6, Thomas Stone nothing. Matt Volland to Roy Yanish back at La Plata High School. La Plata set to kick the extra point. John Burns was the kicker, but now it's Coleman up under center. La Plata will go for 2 as Coleman rolls out. There's a flag down. He's sacked. The ball's loose. Broussard recovers. And that was a mess from the word go, and it's a penalty against La Plata.
So it looks like La Plata, Matt, is going to try to pull out all stops here with a fake extra point try, but there was illegal procedure, and it wouldn't have counted anyhow.
A little bit of razzle-dazzle. But it's still La Plata on the board first. They lead it 6-0 here in the first quarter. Coming into this ball game, the La Plata Warriors had scored the 2nd fewest points of the Southern Maryland Athletic Conference. On the season, just 62 points, an average of 12 a game. They're off to a great start here tonight, Roy.
They wanted to start early. They did not want to play from behind. They are not a good catch-up team, so this is a big series. They started those young linemen, as we said, on offense, and the very talented Archer made a big 41-yard run to get La Plata on the board.
Well, the bright spot for La Plata coming in, the second fewest points, but Thomas Stone has allowed the second most points in SMAC.
And the other thing you have to understand about Thomas Stone High School, they've been behind in so many games. It doesn't bother them. I mean, they were down like 28-19 or something like that against Chopticon and came back with a flurry in the second half.
And a team that scored 105 points in their last 3 games, 6 points, it's nothing to them, I guess. But still, you don't like to be behind, and they are here on the road at La Plata.
And we're saying the dangerous Casey Fitzpatrick, number 84, will probably receive this kick.
Burns, the kickoff is short, and it's fielded by Fenimore. Fenimore up the middle of the field over the 35, down at the 37.
Looks like Marcus Proctor and maybe John Burns with a piece of the action there.
The Thomas Stone Cougars, after going 3 and out, will begin their second possession from their own 37-yard line.
And La Plata held. Thomas Stone started their last possession, remember, though, 1st and 15. They had an illegal procedure on first down.
So a couple of penalties here early, one for each team, and the Cougars will get started again, and we have another timeout, an official timeout, an equipment problem.
Melvin Miles, number 41, is going to be replaced by John Burns in the defensive lineup. We'll see. Number 55, the left defensive end for La Plata, is James Riley. 78 is David Pierce. It looks like he's going to be playing at the right defensive tackle. And 61, Derek Coffrin, left defensive tackle.
When the smoke clears, we'll try and get everybody in here. It's Danny Bonney on the first down carry. Short yardage there.
Danny Bonney is their feature back, but Thomas Stone spreads the ball out a lot. And when I was looking through their stats, Matt, for this year, I don't think they've had a rusher yet this year run for 100 yards. So, to me, Thomas Stone is a surprising team in that statistically you wouldn't think they have a 4-1 record, but they have played extremely well since that Lackey game, and they're a dangerous ball club.
It's Bonnie and Whalen in the backfield. Fitzpatrick wide out to the right side. Finn with the pass to Luzak. It's a Thomas Stone first down in La Plata territory.
And that's the fly pattern. Ronnie Luzak just went straight down the field, and that was the same play that Darrell Whitmer had so much success with against La Plata last week.
So the Cougars move to the La Plata 44-yard line, where it will be first down and 10.
Number 70 is Big Matt Smith. Number 61 on the offensive line is Chris Patrick for Thomas Stone.
The Cougars are wide out to the right side, but it's Nick Finn taking himself on the option. He'll keep it, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Okay, you say he got back to the line of scrimmage, but Nick Finn broke 2 tackles in the backfield, or it would have been a 5-yard loss.
Derek Coffrin, one of those, in there on the final tackle for La Plata.
Good penetration by outside linebacker 43 Dennis Williamson. The sophomore, even though he didn't make the tackle, he slowed up Finn. And it looks like Rich Callahan is going to go to that option series, that option package, frequently.
Fitzpatrick again, the wide out to the far side. Finn with the handoff, the ball's loose, and it looks like La Plata has recovered.
Looks like Corey Taylor, was it 24?
24.
The senior defensive end. So just like that, Thomas Stone is digging themselves a hole, but we'll see if La Plata can convert.
And I said it earlier, even though Thomas Stone is 4-1, they've been plagued by turnovers and penalties, and there's a turnover here in the first quarter. 7 minutes and 34 seconds left here in the opening period. La Plata's on top 6-0. Trapani, the wide out to the far side. A Thomas Stone defender running in here at the last second is Farland. Ransom in at quarterback. Little mix-up there in the backfield, but the handoff completed to David Howard, a gain of about 3 on first down.
Got a few yards. We'll look at some of the linemen. 78, David Pierce. Number 70, John Hancock, is one of those surprise starters that La Plata put in along the offensive line.
Howard is number 31, making his first appearance in the backfield.
The left defensive end for Thomas Stone. 21 on the left side here is Marcus Ware, or War, W-A-R-R. We don't know how to pronounce it.
Burns wide to the near side. Fake handoff. Ransom fumbles the ball. Now he picks it up. He's going to throw John Burns wide open at the Thomas Stone 24-yard line. And in for a La Plata touchdown.
Is there any flags? I don't think so. No.
The referee out at midfield indicates it is a touchdown.
Great offensive play by Javon Ransom, who, out of the set, fumbled the ball, picked it up, looked down the field, very intelligent play. John Burns was open, and just like that, La Plata is up 12-0.
Burns' second touchdown reception on the season puts La Plata up, as Roy said, 12-0. And boy, the fumble looked like big trouble at first, but Burns got wide open because of that. Now La Plata going for 2.
Usually they roll the quarterback out on an option package here on the extra point tries.
Ransom again, the quarterback.
There he goes.
Puts it on his hip. Gets a good block. But a good tackle made by Fenimore, for Thomas Stone.
Number 12, Mike Fenimore.
So the only thing that's gone wrong thus far for La Plata, they're 0 for 2 on extra points, but they're 2 for 2 in touchdowns. It's La Plata 12, Thomas Stone nothing, with 6:45 left here in the first quarter.
John Burns, the hero of the Chesapeake game.
Jones Communications, a new commitment, a new kind of cable company.
They're rocking and rolling here at La Plata High School, where the La Plata Warriors lead the Thomas Stone Cougars 12-0. Burns, this is his third kickoff of the first quarter. La Plata kicked off to open the game. And this one deep enough to be fielded by Fenimore. Back close to his 10-yard line. Fitzpatrick, 84. He gets back up to the 30, and he's smothered there.
It looks like number 70. Was that John Hancock? Maybe the first in on that tackle. So Thomas Stone has had 2 offensive series. They went 3 and out, and then they had a first down, then a fumble, and they find themselves down 12-0 here midway through the first quarter.
For the Thomas Stone defense, this is not so unexpected. They have given up 22, 35, and 27 points in their last 3 games, all of those victories.
Always look for where Ronnie Luzak, number 47, is lined up.
The pitch to Whalen, running right. A good gain on first down for the Cougars.
Marcus Whalen, a former La Plata player who transferred to Thomas Stone this year. So Marcus probably knows a lot of the La Plata defenders. Good yardage on first down.
He got to meet Marcus Proctor there. Proctor on the tackle for the Warriors. And again, equipment problems for Melvin Miles. He's heading back off the field. Somebody get him a new helmet. As Burns running back in to replace Miles. Second down and a long 2 for the Cougars. The pitch to Whalen, this time coming left, a wide open field. He evades Ransom and gets the Thomas Stone first down.
So Marcus Whalen, the speed back for Thomas Stone, moves the chains.
Thomas Stone's second first down here in the first quarter.
Number 55 for La Plata, James Riley in on that defensive line. .70, John Hancock, the left defensive end.
Fenimore, the fullback, out of the eye. The fake to Bonnie. Finn rolls out, looking right, wide open. Luzak, first down, Thomas Stone.
And that play looks like it's going to be open all night along that right sideline. Finn was being pressured from the backside by 55, James Riley, but he had the presence to deliver the ball on time, and Luzak was running free down the right sidelines. The junior tight end, the leading pass receiver for Thomas Stone.
Nick Finn, last week against Northern, just 1 for 4, 13 yards and a touchdown. Get to his season stats here in a second. One wide out to the near side. Finn with the pitch, batted up in the air, but brought down, and it'll be a decent gain on first down for the Cougars.
Mitchell Lewis on the carry, Javon Ransom on the stop. Thomas Stone alternates a lot of running backs. They play about 4 of them.
Lewis's first carry on the evening. His season stats, 23 carries, 120 yards. He had 68 last week against Northern.
But once again, very good first down yardage for Thomas Stone as they look like they're mounting a pretty good drive here on their third possession.
Call it a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5 Cougars as Fitzpatrick comes wide to the near side.
Straight power I, 2 tight ends. Normally a running play.
Finn fakes to the fullback, wide open. Ronald Luzak, a one-handed catch. Touchdown, Thomas Stone Cougars.
Just like that, La Plata was fooled as I was. A running formation. Luzak broke over the middle, 36-yard touchdown pass. And a bullet throw by Nick Finn.
The Cougars say, well, we're down 12-0, no sweat. And they walk right down the field and score easily. It's now 12-6. And the Cougars, as Roy alluded to earlier, do not kick extra points. They'll be going for 2.
And Matt, that was a great catch by Luzak. A one-handed catch, as you said. He was wide open, but boy, he made an outstanding play.
He has caught 3 passes on the season. He's on the game, rather. He's been wide open 3 times.
And Luzak is lining up under center, and Finn is the deep back. What's coming here?
Luzak will pitch to Finn. Oh, nope, he's going to pass it himself. The La Plata defense all over him. The pass intended for Fenimore incomplete.
I think Coach Callahan may put that play to the back of the rack.
Well, Luzak does have one pass for a 2-point conversion on the season. I'm sure it looked a little prettier than that. 4 minutes, 33 seconds left of the first quarter. We've got a ball game brewing here. La Plata 12, Thomas Stone 6. It's 12-6 La Plata. Marcus Proctor receives the kick inside his 10-yard line. Up the middle of the field, into the crowd, and he'll be tackled near the 30.
Looked like a rugby scrum out there in the middle of the field, with the proverbial host of Thomas Stone special team tacklers.
Number 21, Marcus Warr, one of those in there on the tackle. Warr, just a sophomore, one of the new additions to the Thomas Stone lineup.
And La Plata will start their 3rd offensive series. They have been very productive. 2 series, 2 touches.
And it's the shake-up but with the offensive line and a quarterback. Javon Ransom, number 9, the quarterback. Split backs in the backfield. Trapani wide to the near side. Ransom with the handoff. Up the middle, David Howard.
What La Plata is doing effectively is they're getting good yardage on 1st down. And that's what they did not do against Westlake. They were in 2nd and long most of the evening. And defensively, Matt, does Thomas Stone look a little bit flat to you? Offensively, no. But I think defensively, they're a little surprised at La Plata at the point of attack today.
La Plata's bringing it right to him, and the Cougars have yet to respond with a defensive stand. 2nd down and 4 for the Warriors. Burns wide to the near side. Ransom, the pitch to Howard. Hit in the backfield and dropped by Fenimore.
Fenimore came from his defensive backfield position, rushed to the line of scrimmage, and threw the La Plata runner for a loss. A good defensive tackle.
Call it a loss of 2, so a big 3rd down and 5 play for the Warriors. 3.5 minutes left here in the first quarter.
And La Plata trying desperately to keep their defense off the field, to move the chains, and it's going to be a key play for him here on 3rd and 5.
Broussard and Howard in the I formation. Trapani wide to the far side. Ransom rolls out. The pass intended for Broussard is short and incomplete.
Broussard looks like he was open out in the left flat, and Ransom was rushed a little bit by the inside tackle and had to dump it sooner than he wanted to.
And he's rolled out just about every time he's had to pass. That was the first time he rolled out to his left. The pass was short and incomplete, and La Plata will punt for the first time. There you get a good look at our referee. And Sean Trapani there on the left side of your screen. Putting for the La Plata Warriors, David Coleman.
And the other 7, Nick Finn back to receive.
Coleman kicks it away from Finn. It bounces. They'll spot it at the 36-yard line as it headed straight out of bounds, and that's where Thomas Stone will take over 1st and 10 from their own 36.
There you see La Plata coach Mike Sturman with the hat turned backwards. Mike Sturman was a former player at Thomas Stone High School a few years ago, went to Shepherd College in West Virginia to continue his career. Mike now coaching against his alma mater. He is a line coach here. Mike Sturman.
There you see the scoreboard in the background, 12-6, La Plata. 2:51 left here first quarter.
Let's look, always keep an eye where Ronnie Luzak, 47.
Split backs for the Cougars. Finn with the handoff. Danny Bonney around the far side. A gain of 3 on first down. Knocked out of bounds, tackled by Raheem Archer for the Warriors.
Thomas Stone's offense now looks like it's in sync, that they're going to be very difficult to stop here. It's a high-scoring offense. They have put some point totals on the board the last 3 games that really, for SMAC football, have been really impressive.
Fitzpatrick wide to the near side, again split backs in the backfield.
We have the Plata's defensive line jumping. We'll see if referee Dave Sabach makes a call that they were drawn off or encroachment from the defensive line, and it looks like it's going to go against La Plata.
Roy talked about the high-scoring Cougars. 36-27 winners at Chopticon. 46-35 winners at home against Great Mills. And last week at home, they beat the Northern Patriots 24-22, and that was a wild ball game.
Nick Finn gave a hard count and drew the La Plata line off.
So second down and about 2. The pitch to Bonney, and he'll Lewis rather, and he'll lose about 2.
The play was made by 43 Dennis Williamson, who penetrated. He did not make the tackle, Matt, but he stopped Lewis, and then the pursuit came, and La Plata was able to throw him for loss, but it's still 3rd and short.
You talked about the Thomas Stone defense maybe looking a little lethargic early. Boy, this La Plata defense looks good.
I think the linebackers, 25 Broussard, 43 Williamson, 12 Raheem Archer, are stunting and really getting into the backfield and penetrating. You can see there's almost 8 men up on the line of scrimmage.
Finn takes the hand up. No, he did hand off. It's a first down for Thomas Stone. The lineman pushing the ball carrier into La Plata territory.
Thomas Stone will have their 4th first down of the first quarter.
The carry. Is that Danny Bonney? And it is up off the bottom of the pile. First down for the Thomas Stone Cougars. Bonney, the Cougars' leading rusher on the season with 316 yards.
You see the haze in the background. As we said, that's dust coming up from the field. It's not a forest fire in the background, or it's not fog. Just good old football dust.
Finn, the pitch to Bonney, hit in the backfield and dropped Broussard, one of those in on the tackle.
Melvin Miles, 41, also there. That was a good defensive play. As La Plata is going to try to put 8 men on the box, they're going to force Finn to throw. The problem with that is you got to get somebody to cover Luzak, but they have done a nice job in stopping the option.
And we talk about when you play the Westlake Wolverines with all the deception and the motion, you have to hit everything that moves. That's what La Plata's doing here tonight.
Looks like Luzak is lined up on the right side as the tight end.
2nd and 12 for the Cougars. Finn takes the handoff, looking for Fitzpatrick. He's wide open now. Finn throws it downfield. Fitzpatrick the catch. First down Cougars inside La Plata's 30.
What a play by quarterback Nick Finn. He was being pressured by Dennis Williamson. He stopped dead in his tracks, planted, and threw a bullet to Casey Fitzpatrick.
And looked like Coleman on the coverage turned his back for just a minute. Timon Barnes tried to get over on defense, couldn't get there in time, and a first down for the Cougars. That's the last play of the first quarter, and it's been an exciting one, and we've got 3 more left. It's La Plata 12, Thomas Stone 6. More of the TV 15 game of the week coming up right after this. It's La Plata 12, Thomas Stone 6, and the Cougars are on the move with a first down at the La Plata 25-yard line. Finn fakes the handoff, avoids 1 tackle in the backfield, makes a nice cut and a great gain for Nick Finn on first down.
The La Plata linebackers are penetrating, but you got to do 2 things. You got to penetrate, shed the offensive lineman, and number 2, you've got to make the tackle. And Nick Finn, with his leg strength, just busted that tackle, and Thomas Stone has their 6th first down of the first half. And it looks like they're in the rhythm offensively.
Ball at the La Plata 15-yard line. Fitzpatrick wide to the near side. Finn, the handoff to Whalen, and he is leveled.
Raheem Archer meets Mr. Marcus Whalen at the pass.
Wailing up and back to the huddle. A little strut there by Archer as he headed back to the defensive huddle. But it's a gain of 3.
Raheem Archer, number 12, only a sophomore, 5'9", about 180, 185 pounds. Next year, Matt, he will be one of the premier players in the Southern Maryland Athletic Conference.
2nd down and 7 Cougars. Again, split backs. Behind Finn. He fakes the handoff to Bonnie, takes it himself. Hit immediately, but pushes forward for a gain of 1 or 2.
Nick Finn has surprising strength as he is going over to the sideline to get the play here on 3rd and 5. But Thomas Stone is in 2-down territory.
Finn rushing on the season, 275 yards, a pair of touchdowns, and a 2-point conversion. He is Thomas Stone's 2nd leading rusher.
And we'll see if Ronnie Luzak, 47, who's lined up on the right side as the tight end, tries to run a little flag pattern here.
Finn looking for Fitzpatrick, who was wide right, well covered, and Finn will just throw it out of the end zone.
Good play by Finn. Timon Barnes had pretty good coverage on Luzak. And Finn looked at his first receiver, was covered, looked at Fitzpatrick, his second receiver, came back and looked for Luzak again and just dumped it out of the end zone. Very intelligent play by the junior quarterback, Nick Finn.
Finn and Finnemore heading in. Heading back to the sidelines, Mitchell Lewis. So Finnemore and Bonnie in the backfield for the Cougars. Fitzpatrick will be wide to the left side. And again, Luzak lined up on the line to the right side. Finn fakes it to Bonnie. Again, looks for Fitzpatrick. Rifles it into the end zone. It's
caught.
Is it caught?
At about the 1-yard line.
I guess so.
Like,
late call there by the official. It was a catch.
By the tight end, Mike Farland. And Nick Finn threw a rifle. I mean, it was on a frozen rope. He's got a very strong arm.
Fitzpatrick was in the back of the end zone. Farland cut in front.
And just like that, Matt, Thomas Stone, if they can score and get the point, can take the lead after being down 12-0.
1st and goal. Finn takes it himself. Bonnie thinks he has a touchdown, and now the official says yes, touchdown, Thomas Stone Cougars.
Didn't take long.
Nick Finn runs it in, and we're tied at 12. 9 minutes and 32 seconds left here in the first half.
We've seen 3 tries for the 2-point conversion. No one has been successful yet. Finn has been very patient at quarterback. Even when he has a defender near him, he stands in the pocket and lets his receivers work to an open area. Luzak again is lined up under center.
Now another official timeout.
And this, you would think,
looks like we have another equipment problem.
That Luzak is going to get the ball and toss to Finn, who's going to go to the perimeter and either run it or try to throw it, maybe back to Luzak.
One man in the backfield behind Finn.
He's wide
Luzak, rather, up under center, turns, runs it in. He made that look easy. And Thomas Stone, after trailing 12-0 in the first quarter, has jumped on top 14-12 with 9:32 left here in the first half.
Nice wrinkle there offensively by Coach Rich Callahan. Caught La Plata completely by surprise as Luzak took one jab step to the right, pivot, nobody on the left side, and he just could have walked in.
We'll go ahead and step aside. More of the TV 15 Game of the Week from La Plata High School is coming up right after this.
Jones Communications, a new commitment, a new kind of cable company.
We're back to action on the field. The kickoff fielded by Javon Ransom. Ransom looked like he ran into one of his own blockers. He's knocked down shy of the 30-yard line.
So La Plata finds himself down for the first time in the ball game. You see number 64 there for La Plata.
And as good as La Plata looked in the first quarter, you kind of have to be worried right now if you're a Warriors fan. You're probably saying, oh no, here we go again. But
Thomas Stone is a team that doesn't get rattled. They're a very loosey-goosey team. They've come back from behind. And I think Coach Callahan would use the term loosey-goosey.
He is loosey-goosey if I've ever seen it. Trapani wide to the near side. Ransom still the quarterback. The Warriors going out of the I formation.
Looks like David Howard right up the gut. Matt Smith, the 250-pound junior, makes the stop.
Howard a gain of 2 there on first down.
Number 50 is Robert Pepper, a sophomore. 61, Chris Patrick, solid defensive tackle for Thomas Stone.
Archer and Howard in the backfield. Looks like Burns the wide out to the far side. Ransom fakes the handoff, looking for Burns.
And that was almost intercepted by Chris Keene, one of the most active linebackers in the conference. And he had nothing between him and I think he was a little surprised. Ransom, was he hit right before he released the ball?
It looked like it, a big cloud of dust, and I kind of lost the ball in there, but incomplete pass, and it's 3rd and long for La Plata.
So La Plata is now another 3rd and long, and the last 2 series have been unable to move the ball.
Let's see what head coach Joe Williams can come up with here. It's Ransom. With the handoff, the ball is on the ground, and Thomas Stone has recovered.
And that doesn't help the La Plata cause at all. And Thomas Stone, did you see the number? Who got that? Mike Fox, 79?
Looks like he's being congratulated, so we'll have to credit him with the recovery. The junior defensive tackle, Mike Fox. And Thomas Stone right back in business, 1st and 10 at the Warrior 31-yard line.
Big defensive series here for La Plata. The last 2 times Stone has had the football, they've scored.
Finn, the handoff to Lewis, dragging tacklers with him, a late flag.
And that usually means a little holding, a little jersey grabbing, a little grabbing. Dave Sabach says holding. Thomas Stone. And that was a pretty good run on first down. But all for naught.
The carry by Lewis on the season, 120 yards. He had 5 there, but it's 5 or 10 rather the other way on the penalty.
Thomas Stone does have some depth at running back with Bonnie, Whalen, Lewis, sometimes even Mike Finnemore in.
Brandon Keys has seen action in the backfield. There's a long list. Luzak's had some runs.
There goes Marcus Whalen.
This time it's Whalen, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage. A gain of 10 there on first down. On the tackle for the La Plata Warriors, Timon Barnes.
So he gets 10 and 1, gets 11 yards back on a outside run.
There you see the Warrior cheerleaders tried to keep the crowd in it. La Plata jumped on top 12-0. Thomas Stone stormed back. They lead 14-12. 8:08 left here in the second quarter. Whalen in the backfield along with Bonnie. On 2nd down and 9.
That's a hard count by Nick Finn. And it's going to be an interesting call. Did Nick bob his shoulders to draw the defense offside?
Chris Patrick jumped too on the Thomas Stone line.
But he jumped after La Plata jumped, but I think that may be on the quarterback. Nope. That's an interesting call, Matt. What Nick Finn is doing very well, he's given a hard count, and it looks like he's making an exaggerated motion with his shoulder, and the La Plata coach is not happy with that call at all.
Some of the fans not happy either.
That's the second time Nick has gotten away with that call. A very intelligent quarterback.
Free 5 yards for the Cougars. Brings up 2nd down and a long 3. Finn with the handoff to Bonnie. He's got the first down, bowling over defenders.
Bonnie, a good north to south runner. What I mean by that, Danny, the senior, is not fancy. And here you see on the far right of your screen with the white coat, Don Cook, the principal here at La Plata High School. And Matt, I'd like to mention he is the president of the Maryland Public Schools Secondary Schools Athletic Association. Vice Principal Edie Washington, Keith Heddle on the far left, and Vice Principal John Hairston with the green suit. Some of the La Plata dignitaries here.
That first down run for the Cougars. And it looked like Finnemore on the carry.
And number 9.
Since early in the first quarter, Matt, the statistics have really switched. That is Thomas Stone's 8th first down of the ball game. La Plata has 1.
Might have been Farland on the carry.
La Plata had those 2 big plays early, but since then, Thomas Stone has pretty much taken over the ball game.
Fitzpatrick wide left. It's a 2nd down and 5 play for the Cougars. From about the La Plata 8-yard line, they hand off to Bonnie right up the middle. Boy, he's had great success tonight, and he's close to the La Plata goal line.
And the Thomas Stone line, the big fellas up front, have taken control of the line of scrimmage.
You see Bonnie up and limping after that play. We've got a timeout on the field. 6:44 left here in the first half. Thomas Stone 14, La Plata 12. We'll have more Jones Communications coverage of county football in a moment. And now Thomas Stone, a first down and goal at about the La Plata 1.5-yard line.
Finn quarterback sneaked last time.
This time he hands it off. Finn calls the touchdown, and now the officials, the delayed call. It's a touchdown for the Thomas Stone Cougars.
Matt, did you get the ball carrier?
It looked like, up off the bottom of the pile, Marcus Whalen, the sophomore, on the carry. And Thomas Stone has now scored 20 unanswered points, and they lead it 20-12.
And we'll see if they come back with the interesting formation with Ronnie Luzak behind center. Yep.
There he is. Nick Finn will line up behind him. Fitzpatrick will be wide right, along with Whalen out wide right. In the slot to the right looks like Farland. Luzak fakes to his right, pitches back left to Finn, who throws it into the end zone.
What a play.
2-point conversion.
And who was the receiver? 31,
Finnemore.
That's a nice call.
They've done that before, and it's worked. And it works
Why not?
again.
Little razzle-dazzle by Rich Callahan and the Thomas Stone Cougars on the 2-point conversion.
It's like the Thomas Stone basketball team. Everybody touch the ball before you shoot. 22-12, Thomas Stone with 6:34 left here in the second quarter. On the season, interesting stat, before tonight's game, Stone had scored 120 and given up 120. They're 10 points better than La Plata so far tonight. As Proctor has a nice return for the Warriors out over the 35-yard line.
Proctor did a good job in coming up and catching that ball on a run, getting a full head of steam so that his team could start with decent field position. And La Plata has to move the ball this time. Last few offensive series, they have been able to do little. And they need a good first down. Don't get in second and long situations.
The La Plata marching band starting to get into it.
And we have happy birthday wishes to the La Plata High School band director, Tim Bodemer, the pride of Edinburgh University. Happy birthday, Tim.
Happy birthday to you.
Fumble. So, just as we say, La Plata needs a good first down, we get a fumble on the snap.
This time they recover. They've lost, what, at least one fumble here in the first half. No gain, no loss on the play, 2nd down and 10. We talked about the Thomas Stone defense had given up 120 points. Listen to this stat. They've given up 11 by the other team's offense, 2 on kickoff returns, and 4 on fumble returns for touchdowns. So the points given up...
2 or 3 of those were against Lackey.
Right. So the points given up are a little deceiving. Has it all been their defense? Stone a little better defensively than most people would think, and a short gain there on 2nd and 10.
Ricky Broussard with the carry. Mr. Ronnie Luzak, the 6'1", 195-pound junior inside linebacker with the tackle.
There you get a good look at the La Plata offensive huddle. Broussard, a senior, 5'8", 180. Running back and linebacker, and he got about 2 yards there.
Ricky's father standing to our right. He is the La Plata team cameraman.
Looks like Trapani wide to the near side. Coleman in at quarterback, running for his life, stops, tries to plant and throw. He does. It's caught.
Luzak knocked the receiver back at least 10 yards.
And I think that was Broussard.
It was, hello, how are you? and the receiver went in reverse.
Well, let's see. He's getting up at the 25. They're going to spot it at the 35. No, they're going to spot it at about the 38, so he was knocked back about 13 yards.
So they gave him point of possession, but another outstanding defensive play by Ronnie Luzak.
Now Coleman back from center. He will punt the ball back inside his 30. Nick Finn, and this time he will get a chance to return.
Missed tackle.
Trapani misses back at the 25.
Good block by 42 for Stone there.
Finn finally knocked down at the 34-yard line.
That was Mike Farland with a block for Thomas Stone, trying to help Finn.
John Hancock and Dennis Williamson both in on the tackle for the Warriors.
Any punt returner, the first question you ask, can the returner make the first tackler miss? And Nick Finn, the answer is yes. The tackler was in perfect position to get him, and he stepped out of the tackle.
4:14 left here in the first half. The Cougars lead by 10. They start out here first down.
Marcus Whalen.
Whalen with the gain of 4 yards on first down, and Stone is doing what La Plata has not been able to do, get good positive yardage on first down.
And it's with the straight dive with Bonnie and Whalen, and they're getting 4 and 5 yards on the straight dive, and when you can do that, it opens up your entire offensive package.
You saw there 41 Melvin Miles and 55 James Riley. The La Plata defense trying to stiffen here. Second down and 6.
3:37 on a turning clock remaining at half.
Eric Wolf seeing his first action at wide out, wide to the near side. The ball's on the ground and recovered by Finn.
La Plata coaches were all yelling ball, ball. They wanted to convert that turnover. So Thomas Stone has a 3rd and 15 here. What does Coach Callahan have as an October surprise for us here? What do you call on 3rd and 15? A Luzak pass?
He's been wide open every time they've gone to him. They give Finn a little time to pass. Again, Eric Wolf wide to the near side. Finn, the tight end, to the near side. Luzak, rather.
He's going.
Finn looking for Wolf. The ball tipped up and knocked out of bounds. Good play by Marcus Proctor.
Good defensive play. Marcus stepped up, held his ground, and knocked the ball away, and La Plata should get the ball back with about 2:45 remaining and fairly decent field position.
Proctor listed at 5'4", so he made a nice leap there to knock the ball away.
He's one of the 2 fastest players on this La Plata team.
Finn back to punt. He stands at his 15-yard line. Proctor and Ransom back deep for La Plata.
Chris Patrick getting in there late to make the 11th player.
Finn dropped the snap, gets away a good kick. Proctor fields it at the 36-yard line. Running sideways, now going backwards as he's wrapped up. The sophomore Marcus Swar on the tackle.
Thomas Stone with some young players, and what's scary about Thomas Stone, Nick Finn, Ronnie Luzak will both be back next year. And so will 70 Matt Smith. So they've got some young players, and Mike Fox is only a junior, the big defensive lineman.
Look at the sophomores there. Whalen, Finnemore, and Farland, all sophomores.
So they're going to be back. 2:35 to go. So La Plata trying desperately here to get something going on a positive note to end the first half.
And it's the junior David Coleman, number 7, in a quarterback, split backs. Coleman, the drop, looking to pass, throws it up. Fitzpatrick on the coverage as the reception made. Looked like it was bobbled.
My goodness. Timon Barnes made a nice effort, and the official took it away from him. Said he was out of bounds. The ball took an awful long time to get there.
Looked like he was bobbling it a bit. He did haul it in and make the catch, but they're going to call him out of bounds. So it's 2nd down and 10 for the Warriors, and again, no positive yardage on first down.
Just trying to get a big play. The La Plata High School Marching Band will be performing for this Thursday night crowd at halftime here. at La Plata High School Stadium.
Burns and Barnes wide to the near side. Coleman rolling to his left, looking for Barnes again. The ball underthrown this time. Barnes dives for it, and this one will be incomplete.
84 Barnes, defended by 84 Fitzpatrick.
Part of the problem, Coleman can't seem to get enough arm on it. He's under pressure every time he drops back to pass.
And he's also rolling out to his left. He's a right-handed thrower, so he is throwing across his body, which, of course, takes some of the strength out of the throw.
Farland and Patrick.
A little kinesiology lesson for you, Mr. Volland.
Thank you.
Does it have any merit? Probably not. But
will there be a quiz? I better write that down. 2 wideouts again to the near side for the Warriors. Look for Coleman to go to the air again. He drops back, under pressure again, the screen pass, and this one thrown out of the reach of David Howard.
Mr. Luzak was looming very large in the background, number 47, as you see there.
3 straight incompletions. Coleman will punt. Finn stands at his 38, fields it at the 40.
Missed first tackle again.
Made the first 2 miss, but Byron Moore, the 3rd tackler, all over Finn.
And I will guarantee you, with 2 minutes and 4 seconds to go, Thomas Stone will not sit on the ball. They're going to take some shots
I'd
down
say
the
that's
field.
a safe bet.
And normally, 84 Fitzpatrick or 47 Luzak. There you see number 15 for
Byron Moore. He made the tackle there on the...
Byron was injured last week and did not play against Westlake, so we're glad to see Byron Moore back and getting some action for La Plata.
Put a nice hit on Finn. Finn back to pass on first down. His throw in the middle, incomplete, and Finn was under pressure.
He was looking for Luzak over the middle, but Ransom and Timon Barnes had pretty good position.
Melvin Miles with some defensive pressure for the Warriors. Finn's pass incomplete.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Matt. He had to throw the ball a little sooner. He wanted Luzak to be able to split the 2 defenders and then just lob the ball up, but was unable to do so.
And this is something we're not used to seeing in SMAC football. That's 4 straight passes here. 3 by La Plata, 1 by the Cougars. 1 wide out to the near side, split backs. And the pitch.
Mitchell Lewis.
To Lewis.
And gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Ridden out at the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 for the Cougars.
Marcus Proctor over there among the tacklers.
And Thomas Stone will call a timeout. 1 minute, 51 seconds left here in the first half. It's the Cougars 22, the La Plata Warriors 12. We'll have more of the TV 15 game of the week right after this. 1 left here in the first half. Fitzpatrick out wide to the far side.
The coverage will be by Javon Ransom. Now he's lining up in the crack-wag block by
the pitch to Whalen. Whalen down the sidelines. It's a foot race.
And he's gone.
He avoids the tackle. Touchdown, Thomas Stone Cougars.
And that play was made by 84 Casey Fitzpatrick on a crackback block, a legal block to spring Whalen.
And I think it was 84 T-Juan. Oh, I'm sorry.
Timon Barnes trying to catch him desperately.
Timon Barnes, and could not make the tackle, the diving attempt. And
that's a bittersweet pill for La Plata, because Marcus Whalen, as we said, was a member of the La Plata Warrior team last year and comes back to spring a big 54-yard run against his former teammates.
And they had the ball, what, just a little over 2 minutes left in the half, and you said they were going to come after him, and they score again. It's now 28-12. Let's see what they've got for us here on this 2-point conversion. It's Luzak. Gonna keep it, gonna throw it.
Volleyball.
Batted around and intercepted and then dropped.
I would like to see.
Jones Communications, a new commitment, a new kind of cable company.
The Rams' last game, they lost in double overtime. Lackey's last game, they were shut out 8-0. The Cougars with the squib kick.
John John Hancock puts his signature on the ball.
That's his signature move there. He falls on it at the 35. So still 1:37 left on the clock. I guess you don't want to go to the air here, and you throw an incompletion. Stone could get the ball back with plenty of time left.
One thing we alluded to earlier that Stone did not have in the first few games of the season is big play capability.
Barnes out wide right. Trapani in motion to the far side. Coleman with the handoff. The ball is on the ground again at the La Plata 40, and Thomas Stone has recovered again.
And what play will we see? The last touchdown, we noticed Casey Fitzpatrick lined up wide, came back with a big block, sprung Whalen down the left sideline. We'll see if Rich Callahan calls that same play. Fitzpatrick lined up wide to the right this time.
Split backs in the backfield. 1:30 left here in the half. Finn with the handoff. Was that Finnemore?
Mike Finnemore for short yardage. Now the clock is moving with 1:18 remaining.
Checking into the ball game, Eric Wolf, number 3. He'll replace Fitzpatrick at the wide out spot.
That's surprising because Fitzpatrick, one of their big playmakers. So now the focus probably will be 30 with Whalen. Is he in there? Nope. So it'll be 47 is the focus person to keep an eye on.
Well, Finn did throw one pass to Wolf earlier in the ball game. This time he fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Some nice moves. Still on his feet, running toward the far sideline. He's got the first down and diving for more yardage, gets out of bounds.
And the clock will stop while they reset the chains. 46 seconds remaining. And it looked like a very simple play of like kind of a freeze option, and Finn just went up the middle, 15, 20 yards, just like that. Clock now running again.
Finn hands the ball off, a Thomas Stone fumble, and La Plata has recovered.
So that, well, 80, was that 84? T-Von Barnes? Yep.
And we have a Thomas Stone Cougar down after the play. Now he's up, running off the field. Looked like Brandon Keys. I think he was the running back. Was hit, coughed it up.
I will think La Plata will probably put the ball away with 28 seconds to go.
28 seconds left.
And I can only say again, Matt, haven't we had tremendous weather? We're in the 6th game of the season, and it's almost summertime-like weather.
Archer in motion to the near side, and Coleman dumped in the backfield. Marcus Warr. And boy, we called his name a lot on defense tonight.
Marcus Warr has declared war on La Plata. He's been in the backfield. We didn't see him early in the year, and I don't know if he was hurt or he just came out or he came up from the JVs, whatever the reason. He has been a big defensive factor for Thomas Stone.
Keep an eye on him, number 21, Marcus Warr.
The last game of the season will be Thomas Stone, Westlake. Do you think, just like last year, those are going to be the 2 strongest teams?
We might get lucky and have the game of the year on the last game of the season here on Jones. The pass intended for Burns should have been intercepted, broken up by Lewis.
That one looked like a Packard Bell helicopter out there.
And the clock stopped with 17 seconds.
Coleman, man, Coleman takes about 3 steps and he sees 3 white jerseys. He just does not even have time to plant his feet before he's got to get rid of the ball.
He might come to the sidelines and ask for Ransom to come back in at quarterback. It was Javon Ransom who started the game at quarterback. Coleman has taken over here in the 2nd quarter. And he hasn't had much luck. He's been under pressure all night long. Broussard goes in motion to the far side. Coleman takes off. Luzak makes the tackle.
That should do it.
And that should be the last play of the first half. But Thomas Stone will call a timeout, so there'll at least be one more play.
If I were La Plata, I would not kick it to Finn. I would kick it out of bounds if I kicked it at all.
Coleman stands near the 10. It's a high kick to the left side of the field. Finn takes it on the run. could have run out of bounds, turns back into the field, and that will be the last play of the half as he's dumped at the Thomas Stone 47.
And let me just say, a freshman, 84, Timon Barnes, made a nice tackle. Finn was not able to break it.
At the half, it's the Thomas Stone Cougars 28, the La Plata Warriors 12. Coming up, our halftime show as the TV 15 game of the week continues right after this. Stone 28, La Plata 12. La Plata jumped out to an early 12-0 lead. Thomas Stone scored 28 straight points. Any surprises in the first half, Roy?
I think the surprise early is La Plata had 2 touchdowns, 41-yard run by Raheem Archer and a 48-yard Javon Ransom to John Burns pass. So they had some instant offense, but then the Thomas Stone playmakers took over and they got their big plays. A 36-yard pass from Finn to Luzak. They had a Nick Finn run, a Marcus Whalen short run, and then that big run with a minute 39 to go by Marcus Whalen of 54 yards. So Thomas Stone, an ever-improving team, and now we have to say they are a force in the conference.
And the last time we saw them, we talked about it in the pregame, they were shut out against Lackey. You said they're improving. How does Stone look to you now? Compare them to some of the other top teams in the conference.
Okay, I think Westlake and Stone would be a very competitive game. I think Westlake, right now, if they played next week, I would make Westlake a 6-point favorite. However, if Thomas Stone keeps improving like they seem to have been, that could be quite a ball game at the end of the year.
And we've got Westlake and Thomas Stone coming up at the end of the year on the TV 15 game of the week, so stay tuned for that. Coming up next week, the La Plata Warriors again travel to McDonough. The Rams try and rebound. Well, they're playing tonight, so they might be coming off a win. But next week, La Plata at McDonough. We invite you to join us for that. We're going to step aside now, just about set to kick off for the second half. It's Thomas Stone, 28, La Plata 12. We'll be back in a moment. As we get back to action here at the beginning of the third quarter, Thomas Stone kicks off. La Plata will have good field position just inside their 40-yard line.
John Hancock returning that short punt. And a tackle by Mike Farland. On the All-SMAC academic team, we announced the La Plata football players who were on the All-SMAC academic team last week. And we'd like to feature each week the players and cheerleaders and band members in a different aspect in the activity they're involved in.
So you have to watch every week, right?
Absolutely.
2 wideouts to the far side as La Plata starts their first possession of the second half. Coleman will hand off to Archer right up the middle, and Archer will be close to a La Plata first down.
And Nick Finn drags Raheem Archer down. 31 there you see Mike Finnemore, defensive back for Thomas Stone. 21 is Marcus War. Chris Keene is calling defensive signals from his inside linebacker position. Chris, the number 56. Now moving to the left side is the outside linebacker.
Burns and Mike Waters out wide to the far side. Waters making his first appearance as a wide out.
Archer started too soon. I think they're going to bring this one back, Matt. I think he's going to score, but there's a flag in the background.
He started soon, and he won't stop till he gets to the end zone, but do you see the referee standing back?
Look at the look on the La Plata coaching staff. Dave Sabak.
And look at Archer.
Dave Sabak saying he leaned into the play. And La Plata could have been right back in this ball game.
I don't know what happened at halftime, but La Plata's come out and gotten right after it again. It's Archer with a couple of big carries, and a touchdown will be called back.
Archer with a slight forward lean from that tailback position, but the flag seemed to come a little late. But all for naught.
I'd like to once again thank our sponsors for tonight's broadcast, Prime Sirloin, Charles County Computers, and the Parkview Deli. We thank you for supporting our coverage of county football. We ask that you support the sponsors who support us. As we get back to action, 2nd down and 7 for the Warriors. 2 wideouts to the far side. Barnes and Trapani. Coleman with the handoff. This time to David Howard, and whatever they said in the defensive huddle, it worked.
Matt Smith down on the bottom of the pile, the big junior defensive lineman.
Give Howard a gain of 2 and brings up 3rd down and 5.
Matt about 5'11", 6 foot, 250.
Two wide outs again to the far side. Coleman rolling out to his left, throws, open is Waters. He makes the catch, and it's a La Plata first down.
And that's the first down they've had for quite a while. And Coleman once again was getting big pressure, but it seems that Coleman likes to roll from his right to his left. That seems to be the most comfortable throwing position for him. And he did throw a nice ball there.
The catch made by number 80, Mike Waters, a sophomore, 5'10", 156, and I believe that's his first catch on the season. Gives the Warriors a first down at the Thomas Stone 47-yard line.
Raheem Archer back in the split backfield for La Plata.
Along with Ricky Broussard, there's Trapani in motion to the near side. Barnes, the wide out to the far side. And it's a handoff to Archer.
Archer running over people, through people. He's pumped up the second half.
Archer, the second leading rusher coming into tonight's ball game for La Plata. Coleman hit immediately. He got the handoff to Archer, and he's got another La Plata first down.
Archer once again busting some tackles there, and now he's doing what a good running back should do, and we have an injury. Is that Archer down?
I think he's down. Pounding his fist on the ground. He appears to be in some pain. He's down at the Thomas Stone 30-yard line, and now
I think he got the wind knocked out of him, Matt. He may have fell on a football.
There he is. Up.
He's assistant coach Jeff Rodenberger.
First down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Trapani again in motion to the near side. Coleman fakes the handoff. The throw is complete. The catch made by Williamson.
The tight end Williamson. Tackle looks like Mike Farland tackle, but a nice throw. The tight end drag. La Plata now with their third first down of the ball game. I'm sorry, their fourth first down.
The sophomores coming through on the passing game. Dennis Williamson, a sophomore, listed at 5'7", 166 on the season. Williamson, 7 catches, 105 yards.
Dennis, as you mentioned, a sophomore, and La Plata wants him also to be a leader of this club for the next 2 years after this year.
Burns and Waters wide to the far side. Broussard in the backfield. I think that's Proctor this time. It is. The inside handoff to Proctor, and not much there on first down.
Good defensive coverage. Matt Smith there. Who else is down on the bottom? Mike Fox. Marcus Proctor, awful small to be running up inside there. They list him in the program at 5'4", 131.
Think that's a stretch?
The 5'4" or the 131, or both.
Proctor, 10 yards against Westlake last week, 86 yards on the season coming into tonight's ball game. Trapani and Barnes wide to the near side, this time out of the I formation. Proctor the tailback, Broussard the fullback. Trapani in motion to the far side. The pitch is to Proctor. Proctor cuts inside. And looks like a short gain there on second down and 10.
78, David Pierce.
75, David Kennedy. A look at the La Plata offensive huddle. They face a third down and 7.
Raheem Archer still on the sidelines. Seems to be okay. La Plata needs him in that offensive backfield.
You hear the La Plata band in the background. They put on quite a halftime show, now trying to get the fans charged up here. As Coleman drops back to pass again under pressure. He floats it up, and it's intercepted. And
Mike Fenimore
brings it out of the end zone. Out over the 10, and looks like we have a late flag.
Probably a clip after the interception. Marcus Whalen and Mitchell Lewis look like the starting running backs.
Looks like the ball spotted somewhere near the 5-yard line. Kind of hard to see the hash marks or the yard line markers there on the far side.
The sophomore Marcus Whalen on the carry, and it looks like he has found his niche in this Thomas Stone running attack. He's a sophomore, very good speed. Was hurt earlier in the year, but now just rounding into shape, and one of the big playmakers, number 73, the Offensive lineman Earl Siders, left tackle, you see there.
An 8-yard carry for Whalen on first down. 2nd and 2 for the Cougars. Fitzpatrick wide to the far side. Finn
Quarterback Finn.
takes the handoff, takes it himself, and he's got Thomas Stone first down.
The Nick Finn option picks up Thomas Stone's 11th first down.
Number 78.
On the turning clock with 5:25 remaining in this third quarter.
Thomas Stone averaging 271 yards of offense per game. La Plata giving up 284 yards. And the Cougars with a first down at their own 20-yard line. Finn hands off again here on first down. A good carry. Again, good positive yardage for the Cougars on first down.
Whalen again the ball carrier, and he's a strong inside runner. And what's helpful for Thomas Stone is that they can alternate the backs, and they can rest the backs. Danny Bonney, as we mentioned, Mitchell Lewis, Mike Finnemore, Marcus Whalen, and occasionally Brandon Keys.
Yeah, I think you listed them all. I was checking my stat sheet here. They do have a lot of running backs, and you get a look at the La Plata sidelines. I'd like to say that was Jeff Rodenberger. I'm not 100% sure that it was. Finn with the handoff on 2nd and 1, and another Thomas Stone first down.
Their 12th first down. Do we have another La Plata player down? Number 41, Melvin Miles. Oh, he's okay. Just on the bottom of the stack there.
Whalen on the carry again. The tackle made by David Kennedy for the Warriors. Thomas Stone starting to grind it out here. The clock moving. 4 minutes, 15 seconds left now in the third quarter.
Next week, Thomas Stone will have Calvert at home.
Finn fakes the handoff, keeps it himself. Tough yardage there on first down. He fights ahead, give him a gain of 2.
Broussard made a nice play there, coming from the offside and chasing Finn from the backside and making the tackle. 25, Ricky Broussard.
They'll give him 3 yards, so call it 2nd down and 7. Finnemore bringing the play in from the sidelines. Fitzpatrick again comes wide to the near side. Finn the handoff. I think that was Finnemore. The fullback.
Nice stop by David Kennedy, junior lineman for La Plata. 5'10", 225.
So now La Plata needs to come up with a defensive stand. 3rd down and 5 for Thomas Stone. 3:09 left here in the quarter. La Plata can hold, score, and get the 2-point conversion when they're right back in it.
But first things first.
Yeah, a lot of things need to happen.
They have to stop him on 3rd and 6.
Nick Finn will go to the airwaves. He's under pressure, rolling out. The throw, wide open. Fitzpatrick makes the catch at midfield. In La Plata territory, finally knocked down at the 41-yard line.
I want to tell you, Mr. Nick Finn ran away from about 3 La Plata defenders, stopped, threw off balance, and threw a frozen rope to Casey Fitzpatrick. As you mentioned, open but made a good catch. Athletic play by Nick Finn. He's just so poised under pressure.
Broussard and Barnes on the tackle for the La Plata Warriors, but it's a first down inside La Plata territory.
Chris Keene, the Thomas Stone center, he gets everything started with his snap to Nick Finn.
This time, Lewis around the right side avoids 1 tackle. He's got good yardage. He's got a first down, and he's headed down the sidelines, finally roped out at the La Plata 23-yard line.
He had a convoy down there. Number 70, Big Matt Smith, was out there, and when a offensive tackle is 10 yards down the field making blocks, you know your offensive line's doing a good job.
Give the Cougars another first down. How many is that, Roy? We still keeping track here?
Sure are. 13.
13. La Plata has
14, because Fitzpatrick's, right. I did not record.
14 first downs for Thomas Stone, just 4 for La Plata.
Coach Callahan in the center of the field with the yellow shirt. Kevin Hyder to his right. To Kevin's right, Lieutenant Colonel David Riley, an assistant coach. Rich Callahan's Thomas Stone team well on their way.
Finn with the handoff, straight up the gut. Another good gain on first down. And the ball carrier was
Marcus Whalen.
Give him a gain of 4. They need to clean the jerseys at halftime. I'm having a little problem picking up the numbers. We're under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. 1:53. The clock is ticking.
This has been a fast-moving third quarter, very rapidly. Closing out here as Stone's challenging again to get on the scoreboard.
And Stone going exclusively to the ground game here, except for the big pass that they had on 3rd and long.
Mitchell
right
Lewis.
Up the middle. Mitchell Lewis, touchdown. Thomas Stone Cougars.
That was, about an 18-yard run by Lewis, and a whole bunch of Cougars getting on the scoreboard. As we got a penalty? Nope. We're going to have, let's see what Rich Callahan has for a 2-point conversion here.
For Mitchell Lewis, his first touchdown on the season. That puts Thomas Stone up 34-12. 1:34 left here in the third quarter. Watch 47. Luzak has been lining up under center. He won't this time.
They got number 12 in there for Thomas Stone.
We scrambled to look at our rosters. Joe Simpson in a quarterback.
Rich Callahan trying everything.
Nick Finn behind him. Finn lines up as the running back. And he'll run in the... A very late signal by the official, but Finn runs it in for the 2-point conversion, and Stone leads now 36-12 with 1:34 left in the third quarter. We'll have more of the TV 15 game of the week right after this. Back to action at La Plata High School. Back out on the field. The ball is loose on the ground. The scramble for it. Looks like the Warriors have recovered. And they'll take over possession at their own 40-yard line.
Plata had a couple of decent drives in the second half here, but haven't been unable to put any points on the board.
Just before the break, Marcus Whalen, the touchdown run up the gut for the Cougars. He scored from 18 yards out. Thomas Stone leads it 36-12. We said earlier, since the shutout against Lackey, Thomas Stone is averaging 35 points a game. They're right on that average here tonight.
And the team that they beat in the first game of the year, Potomac, upset Friendly, who we said was leading the Class 3A regional playoff picture right now.
2 wideouts to the near side. Coleman, the quarterback, hands off. And it was Archer tripped up at the line for a short gain on first down. And
tripped up and shaken up.
He was shaken up earlier, and now he's up and back down on the field, so perhaps he wasn't 100%. He appears to be injured again. Raheem Archer walked off under his own strength, and La Plata has a 2nd down and 9. Coleman
open.
Has Mike Waters wide open, just overthrown and incomplete.
Coleman showed a little arm strength there, a little bit too much, and Waters was open.
Coleman got a little too much air under that one.
Straight fly pattern by Waters.
The incompletion brings up 3rd down and 9.
And we've said throughout our broadcast that the teams that improve their passing game as the year goes on will be the teams that are going to win a lot of ball games. Stone is improving their passing game. Westlake is improving their passing game. That's something that Lackey, McDonough, and La Plata need to focus a little bit more on.
Coleman rolling to his left. Has Barnes, the wide receiver, broken up by Fitzpatrick and incomplete.
Casey Fitzpatrick is a very solid player. He's always in good position. He closes on the ball very well. There you see Ricky Broussard, the La Plata senior captain, getting a little rest.
Coleman steps back to his own 30-yard line to punt. Nick Finn back to receive the punt. He'll let this one bounce. No, maybe not. Thought he might pick it up and take off. He'll let it go. And Byron Moore down there to down it for La Plata, and the Cougars will start 1st and 10 from their own 10.
With 37 seconds left in the third quarter.
I'd like to invite you to send us any comments you have about our broadcasts here on Jones Communications. You can email us at tv15@arrows.com or send us a letter. Jones Communications, Inc., 336 Post Office Road, Waldorf, Maryland, and the zip is 20602. Any comments or criticisms you might have, we'd love to hear from you. I'd like to mention again, if you're watching this on Wednesday night, it will be rebroadcast Saturday night at 7 o'clock. There you get a good look at the La Plata cheerleaders cheering on the defense, trying to hold the Cougars as they start from their own 10-yard line. But again, a decent gain on first down, about 3 yards for Thomas Stone.
Should do it for the third quarter with 15 seconds remaining on a turning clock. May get one more player off. There's head coach Joe Williams instructing one of his players, Javon Ransom.
In the backfield, Finnemore. Now, was that play off in time? I guess so. You hear the buzzer there in the background, or you may not have. They have a siren that goes off as the quarters expire. Thomas Stone did get the play off. Nick Finn on the carry gets the Thomas Stone first down. So after 36 minutes of play, it's the Thomas Stone Cougars 36 and the La Plata Warriors 12. We'll have more of the TV15 game of the week right after this.
Jones Communications, a new commitment, a new kind of cable company.
There we see assistant band director for La Plata, Andy Wazinski, and with his back turned to us, La Plata band director Tim Bodemer. Looks like he has some cotton in his ear.
The birthday boy. That's bad when the band director has cotton in his ear. Nick Finn on
flags and another flag.
Their first down carry. Finn took it himself.
That usually means an illegal block.
Oh, sure, you called it after he started the signal. So just 9 seconds into the fourth quarter, another Thomas Stone penalty.
Feature we like to do is mention former Charles County athletes who are performing at the collegiate level. And I'd like to mention a young man by the name of Derek Wilborn, who was an outstanding linebacker 2 years ago for Thomas Stone. He's a redshirt freshman at Akron University. He started last week at linebacker and registered 5 solo tackles. He's a 6'1", 225-pound redshirt freshman. He played for Coach Jimmy Short and Frank Mantaneas up at Thomas Stone. Congratulations to Thomas Stone alum Derek Wilborn at Akron University. The Flying Zips is their nickname.
Darren Meyer, the clean white shirt out there, number 80 for Thomas Stone, throwing a good block as Marcus Whalen on the carry, the first and 25 play for the Cougars.
James Riley on the stop. See La Plata, I think that's Javon Ransom warming up on the sidelines, number 9.
It is.
Plays some quarterback.
He started at quarterback tonight. Over on the sidelines, working on the old option play. As Meyer is wide to the far side now, split backs behind quarterback Nick Finn. Finn with the handoff, a little confusion.
He was down.
In the backfield.
He was down. He was down.
Was that Lewis on the carry?
Yep. Delayed whistle by Dave Sabak.
The line of scrimmage now just outside their 10-yard line. Fitzpatrick is wide to the near side. Finn rolls to the far side looking for Luzak. He's going to heave it downfield. Luzak has a step, and David Coleman. A nice defensive play for La Plata.
Mr. Finn has quite an arm, doesn't he, Matt? That ball went 45 yards in the air.
And he was on the dead run.
He was on the dead run, running away from his strength side. We're running from right to left. And he waited until Luzak broke free, but good coverage. So 4th and 600 to go. I think Rich will punt this ball, don't you?
Get some of these clean jerseys of the ball game here. Look like Robert Pepper, number 50, is in the game. Try and get some more of the numbers of the Thomas Stone offensive line. 2 flags fly as Finn punts. Coleman catches it at the Thomas Stone 38, heading down the right sideline. Nice return, David Coleman.
Javon Ransom, who was warming up on the sidelines, is in at quarterback now. Usually a quarterback option keeper.
2 wide outs to the near side. Ransom on the keeper, takes it, avoids a tackle in the backfield, a short gain on first down.
To try to get that number of the Ronnie Luzek on the ankle tackle.
Mike Bilek in the game, number 77 for Thomas Stone. Number 50, Robert Pepper, just a sophomore. We mentioned him earlier. Get some of the other defensive linemen in there for you. You can tell the new guys are really fast. They've got the clean jerseys. Call it a gain of 4 on first down for Ransom. Brings up 2nd down and 6. 2 wide outs to the far side. Ransom with the handoff.
Marcus Proctor got pretty good yardage. Plata scored twice in the first quarter early and haven't been able to get back on the board since that point. They had a pretty decent drive to start. For the second series of the second half, Raheem Archer went 45 for a touch, but official Dave Sabak called it back, said he was leaning in, and the penalty was an illegal motion.
Archer and Proctor in the backfield, 2 wide outs to the near side. Ransom stumbles at the line of scrimmage, and he might lose a yard or two there.
It'll be a 4th down play here. 4th and a yard and a half.
Plata's
field goal. What do we have here?
We've got Coleman in the backfield as well.
So this could probably be a toss sweep to Coleman and some kind of pass play. Is Archer sure of the play?
We've got 2 wide outs here to the near side. Burns and Barnes. Ransom will pass. Incomplete, intended for Barnes.
Play looked a little shaky from the get-go, didn't it?
Barnes Ransom rather, took about a 1-step drop, and before he knew it, the line was right on top of him. Couldn't get much behind that throw, and La Plata will turn it over on downs.
So the Thomas Stone defense holds tight, and there is the clock operator, the official timekeeper here.
Our official in the sky. They're everywhere. As you can see, well, that's where the La Plata band was actually set up earlier in the ball game. They have vacated the stands here. It's a Thursday night game, so not as big a crowd as you might expect for a county contest. Another handoff for the Cougars on first down from their own 10-yard line.
Fenimore, Mike with the carry. One of the stable of running backs that Thomas Stone has, with 7:19 to go here in the ball game.
73 Earl Siders is in the game. Was he in earlier?
He has been playing basically offense, Coach Callahan. Earl Apple Cider.
His jersey looked too clean to me.
No, he was playing offense pretty much exclusively the last few games.
Another handoff up the middle for the Cougars. This time on the carry.
Marcus Whalen.
Marcus Whalen, the sophomore.
So we have Mitchell Lewis in the backfield as well. Fenimore coming in, rotating the running backs, keeping them fresh, bringing plays in with the running backs.
3rd down and 5 for Thomas Stone. And there you get a look at the Thomas Stone side of the field. Their cheerleaders. They're cheering on their fans.
Mrs. Ronnie Luzak's mother is the cheerleader sponsor.
Quarterback back to pass.
Nick Finn under pressure.
How did he get out?
I don't know.
He's still going.
He's still going. He's going the wrong direction.
But he gives the ball up. Maybe that's one time Nick get down on one knee. But he's so competitive. He feels that he can break a tackle and get out and throw a bomb.
He kept going and coughed it up there on the far sideline. So La Plata has it 1st and goal. Archer's in the backfield along with Broussard. Ransom has it on his hip, gives it to Broussard, a short gain on first down.
They've got 3 more downs to knock it in. Down around the, 5? I think La Plata will try to keep it exclusively on the ground here. There's the La Plata cheerleaders hoping that they can celebrate one more time before the end of this ball game.
Two wideouts to the near side, Burns and Waters. Again in the backfield, Archer and Broussard. It's
Ball's
a fumble.
And it's going to be a touchdown the other way by 21.
Marcus War looking for flags, don't see any. Touchdown, Thomas Stone Cougars.
And there's a late clip. Ricky Broussard was clipped on the 20-yard line. And the official called. It was an obvious clip, and it took the official a while to get it. Oh, my. Marcus War with a 95-yard touchdown return on a fumble, and it's going to be called back. There we see the La Plata cheerleaders huddling up with their sponsor, Miss Teresa Jones. Miss Jones is a teacher, a gifted and talented teacher at Smallwood Middle School. Her daughter is the captain of the cheerleaders, and they've done a nice job here this evening.
Back out on the field, a first down and 10 for the Cougars after the 95-yard touchdown run by Marcus War, called back because of a clip.
That was Marcus Whalen on the carry again?
I believe so, and on first down, give him a gain of 5.
So Thomas Stone wins their 5th game out of 6 tries, still in the thick of the playoff picture in Class 3A, still in the SMAC race, and they just keep on keeping on.
They'll be 5-1. They've won 4 games in a row as Nick Finn on the quarterback keep around the side. A good gain there on second down and 5.
Number 70, John Hancock, one of the tacklers.
La Plata player down. It's John Burns. He's up and limping now, but appears to be okay.
33 for La Plata, Tony Palomo coming in to see a little bit of action. So nice touch by Coach Callahan.
Whoa. And a hard touch in the Thomas Stone backfield. David Kennedy on the tackle.
Nice tackle. Kennedy, a 5'10", 225-pound junior.
It knocked our camera crooked. He hit him so hard. A loss of 4 on the play. So 3rd and long for Thomas Stone. 3:43. The clock ticking down. It was 12-0 La Plata. Thomas Stone has reeled off 36 unanswered points.
Pump fake.
Down the sidelines, the catch is made in triple coverage by Casey Fitzpatrick.
Big playmaker.
How in the world did he catch that ball?
He's got great hands. Great hands, good possession receiver, knows how to get open, knows where the open areas are. And Thomas Stone putting the ball up, trying to get some more points on the board.
They've been deadly on 3rd and long in this ball game. When they've had to go to the air, they've done it with success.
Done it often and done it well.
And now first down and goal for the Cougars. Fitzpatrick wide to the near side. Finn with the handoff.
Was that Mitchell Lewis?
Lewis pushed back by the La Plata defense. 264 in there, Derek Wright.
2:55 remaining. La Plata with a number of reserves in on the defensive line. Trying to hold him here. You see number 41, Melvin Miles.
And I think number 82, Paul Ullman, has come into the game.
There he is.
Number 82.
82 for Stone. The camera folks, if we can get a picture of him. There he is, 82 Paul Ullman. Gets some action there. Lining up here as a wide out.
Coming out to the right side of the screen, Nick Finn.
There he is.
Helping him get set up. And we've got a delay of game. There he is, number 82.
I tell you, the officials have had a lot of action here this evening.
Back the ball up. The clock continues to run. Just a little over 2 minutes left in the ball game. Here's Paul's first play of varsity football. And he's going to get a good look as Nick Finn scampers in for the touchdown.
Finn scampers in. I like the... Poetic touch to that, Matt.
2 minutes exactly left in the game. Nick Finn runs it in. I did it again, Roy. And the score is now Thomas Stone 42, La Plata 12.
So we'll see what happens on the 2-point conversion. And now let's go to the rack here and see, is this Thomas Stone's highest point output, 42?
No, 46 against Great Mills.
They probably won't break that today. We have number 12, Simpson, as the quarterback here on the 2-point conversion. But something tells me Finn's going to get the ball. No. Intercepted. No. David Coleman.
Can't run that back, huh?
No. College you could.
We'll step aside with 2 minutes left. It's Thomas Stone 42, La Plata 12. We'll have more of the TV 15 game of the week right after this. Volland, Roy Janisch back at La Plata High School. The new kicker for Thomas Stone, number 23, Jason Moore.
Corey Taylor.
Fielded by Corey Taylor. He's out over the La Plata 40. Dropped at the 41 by Mike Farland. Or, I'm sorry, Marcus Whalen on the tackle. 32, not 42.
32. We're going to have to tape a number to your shirt. Number 32, Marcus Whalen. Seen probably more action in this game than he has a lot of the games all year.
I'd like to thank everybody from Jones who is out here tonight, down on our sideline camera. Laura Fowler and Bruce Abercrombie. There you get a good shot of them.
Bruce in the green shirt. Laura with the camera on her shoulder, just to make sure.
I thought about going there, but I didn't. Somehow I knew you would. Coleman with the handoff. A gain of about 4 on first down.
And we'd like to also thank from La Plata High School, La Plata assistant coach and athletic director, Denny Tumino, for the assistance that he provided to all of us in setting up for this game. Thank you, Denny.
45, Jarrell Watson on the carry, a gain of 4 on first down. There you get a good look. Behind the camera, up in the bucket, Steve Corbett.
The Sky Cam.
Second down and 6, and again, Watson gets the carry. He's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage.
We're down to about 1:05 remaining in this game.
And
interesting point, Matt. La Plata scored the first 12. Thomas Stone scored the next
42.
42. 2 ball games.
And we can't get a shot of him, but he's down in the truck doing the directing tonight, Joe Lehan. We thank everybody.
What about Randy? Did you get Randy?
I forgot Randy.
Randy, his team.
Where is he?
His Thomas Stone team
Where
is.
did he go? Randy Crowder. If I could see him, I would have remembered him. The throw out, Trapani wide open, spins out of 1 tackle, spins out of 2, and finally wrapped up at the Thomas Stone 41-yard line.
Don't tell. Was that Ronnie Luzak on another tackle down there?
The La Plata fans cheering on the effort there. Coleman to Trapani.
As we said, La Plata will travel next week to McDonough High School, and that will be the game of the week on Jones. Thomas Stone will be hosting Calvert High School. Calvert upset McDonough, and Thomas Stone trying to continue their winning ways.
Joey Wilson and a defensive back for Thomas Stone. They're going to pick on him, and John Burns had a step. The throw was incomplete. Darren Meyer also in there at a defensive back for the Cougars.
7 ticks left on the clock here.
Matt Laubert, a sophomore, number 45, seeing some action in the defensive backfield.
Want to congratulate the Thomas Stone coaching staff, head coach Rick Callahan, David Riley, Kevin Hyder, Henry Jameson, that's La Plata's cheerleader sponsor, Teresa Jones. Other Stone coaches are Jim Bean, Wallace Pye-Dent, Bobby Martin, and Dave Christofik, a line coach.
This will probably be the last play of the ball game. 7 seconds left on the clock. Coleman rolling out, throws it up. Trapani in the area, but picked off.
Mitchell Lewis.
Mitchell Lewis.
Uh-oh.
I don't think he can make it.
Nope, Coleman was the last one, and he had the angle on him.
Coleman ropes him out of bounds at the 50-yard line, and on the last play of the game, La Plata turns the ball over. It's just been that kind of night for them. It started off great. They led 12-0. Thomas Stone stormed back, in the final score, the Cougars 42, the Warriors 12. We'll take a timeout, have some post-game thoughts, and possibly an interview, so stick with us. More of the TV 15 Game of the Week right after this.
Jones Communications, a new commitment, a new kind of cable company.
Okay. Matt Vollen and Roy Yanish back at La Plata High School. We apologize we couldn't get an interview tonight. We're having some technical difficulties with the on-field microphone. The final score again, Thomas Stone 42, La Plata 12, and not really an unexpected result. Thomas Stone, the highest scoring offense in SMAC, and La Plata having problems defensively.
The only minor surprise was La Plata jumped out early 12-0. But then Thomas Stone's line seemed to take over, and then they scored 42 unanswered points.
Archer scoring a touchdown for La Plata. It was Ransom to Burns pass, the final score for the Warriors on the La Plata side, or excuse me, on the Thomas Stone side. Nick Finn ran in a couple, threw a touchdown pass to Luzak. Marcus Whalen had a couple of touchdowns as well for the Cougars. And Roy, since we've seen them, that shutout against Lackey, I've mentioned it 3 or 4 times, boy, they've really been improving. What are the Cougars doing right now?
Well, I think just what you read as far as scoring. They've got a number of athletes that are making plays now, Matt, and they get several more people. They're coming back from injuries. They had some hurt people. I think their line is getting better. They're not turning the ball over as much, and they're confident. This is a loose team, and this is a team that feels that they can win. This is a team that feels that they can make a mistake along the way during a ball game. Don't get rattled like tonight, and just to come back, and they're on a roll, and they're legitimate, and they're going to be tough to beat.
Thomas Stone is 5-1 overall. The La Plata Warriors fall to 1-5. La Plata's had it tough. They've been in some close, hard-fought ball games. We've got them tomorrow, or next week rather, the TV 15 Game of the Week as they take on the McDonough Rams. Maybe a little preview of what we can expect there.
Well, what La Plata is going to have to focus on, as everybody does when they play McDonough, is running back Jason Caesar. He's the speed back. I think what you're going to see out of McDonough is more runs by the quarterback, Alan Spriggs, from the option set. Alan has been hurt, but Eric Kostick now knows that he wants to get Alan more involved in the offense, and also you have Chucky Carrington and Jason Armstead who will run the ball. McDonough's focus is to run, so La Plata's got to work all week on stopping the run.
McDonough, another team that's had some tough ball games and lost one in double overtime just a week ago. So next week, TV 15 Game of the Week, the La Plata Warriors at the McDonough Rams tonight. Thomas Stone came to La Plata, knocked off the Warriors 42-12. For everybody at Jones and everybody here at La Plata, I'm Matt Vollen. This is Roy Yanish. We'll see you next time on the TV 15 Game of the Week.